Brooksaw Antiques here. Today we have this 1931 Royal S10 antique desktop typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. And I just like to line this up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. And behind this flip panel are the margins. And you just push down the lever and it allows you to move it. And I'm going to set this towards the beginning and this right side towards the end. And make sure the page is straight, and this is the paper bail that holds it down. And as you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I was able to type all the letters on the keyboard in one line because it has Elite typeface, which prints 12 characters per inch. A little smaller than Pico, which prints 10 characters per inch. So this, you can fit more words on a page with Elite. I'll type a sentence on the next line. Absolute beast of a typewriter, one of the most popular models of this era, it may be any era. The Royal 10. This is a little bit of a modified Royal 10, a little newer. It's got the glass panel, but it's painted over with this crinkled black, and it's got the decimal tabs up top. Those are pretty cool. I'll show you how to use those real quick. So this decimal, this first one, is just a regular tab button. So when you hit it, you'll stop at the tab, whatever you have it set back here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And you can just pull these off and put them anywhere you want. And there's a scale on top to tell you exactly what space you're on. So when you hit the decimal tab, you'll just go to each one of those tabs. If you hit the decimal tab and then let's say we're going to do numbers. So we're going to do decimal 00 on this line. So it's 0.00. Go back to the beginning and then hit the 1 decimal and then put 1.00. And it lines it up perfectly to be on the same exact tab for if you're doing some kind of finance work. So now we have it on the 10. So we're going to do 10.00 and so on and so forth. 100, 100.00, and then we get 1,000, 1123.00, and this one has a tenths, so I guess that's just 1, 1, 2, 3, 4.00. So I'll do a close-up on that. As you can see, it perfectly lines up those decimals, so it's pretty cool. Kind of rare to find one of these, so if you're into math and numbers and finances or whatever, if you want to do your finances on a typewriter, the old school way, then this is your typewriter. Very cool. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side. Just flip it all the way to the front and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or a little thicker paper, like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure that's back before we load the next page or else it won't load correctly. We got a backspace on the top left of the keyboard. That works good. Got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Margin release on the top right. You get to the end of the margin. We're all the way at the end, so we're gonna choose that. So you get to the end of the margin, you hit this margin release. So let's try. You get to the end of the margin and it blocks the keys, but if you hit that margin release, it will allow you to get past that block and finish whatever word you were typing at the end of the margin. This is your ribbon reverse. So right now, all the brand new ribbons loaded on the left and it's pulling to the right. Counterclockwise, to switch the direction, you flip that switch to the left and it'll pull clockwise to the left. We're gonna keep it pulling to the right for now. On this side, we got the carriage release. Very smooth. For almost a 100-year-old typewriter. Very impressed on how well this functions. Very smooth on the carriage release on that side. This button here on the knob, if you push it in, it disables the spacing. When you turn the knob so you can get to an exact spot on the page, let it go. Each one of those clicks is one space. That works good. And this lever here, if you flip it to the front, it does the same thing. Flip it back. There you go. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.